I want to talk about the economy just a little bit more. I'll tell you, they want to talk about there are no shovel ready programs, and wants to talk about how we need college education in order to boost the country and boost the employment in this country. We need investment in small business ideas, and if we had the proper tariffs in place, we could have a fair trade system that is equal with our other countries and our competitors, and we could put Americans to work. Now, the government has spent many billions in incentives and bailouts. I can't see why we couldn't take some empty Detroit factories, start making water pipe for the infrastructure in America. A lot of the water systems in this country are 100 years old. We need the steel plant to produce the steel, the pipe to make the pipe. It would put thousands of workers to work. It would also, you could provide that pipe to the communities at a cut rate cost to let them rebuild their infrastructure, which would help them in their communities. People would have jobs, they would buy goods, they would pay taxes. That's the kind of shovel-ready response we need from government. Incentives and bailouts to banks, giving banks money and saying loan to the people isn't working. The banks are hanging on to the money and the people aren't working. The truth is if the government could invest in a businessman who's going to make these plants, to make the pipe, provide the financing needed to buy the equipment and get it rolling, America would work. We could do this with many different policies. We could do this with government contracts would have to use this high quality American made pipe. I think every government contract should use 100% American goods and equipment and labor. That would make America strong. Also would create more American factories, which would create jobs, which would create tax revenue to be able to pay for the deficit and the problems we have. Now, I'm not a politician. I don't have all the facts and figures, but I understand how being employed, paying for your own goods and services, and paying taxes helps the economy grow. Not a fewer members of America working, but paying more taxes. The more workers paying taxes, the more government revenue there is. And just remember, the government doesn't have any money. It's all our money. That's your tax dollar at work here and there. Why not use some of your tax dollar to put a steel mill back in Detroit, a pipe company to make pipe, cement block companies? Let's start making goods here. And if there's a surplus of these goods, we can even export them to other countries as high quality American goods, because all Americans want to work. It doesn't matter what your background, where you come from, what neighborhood you live in. You want to work. You want to pay your taxes. Free enterprise is the key. Not government-owned businesses, not government-sponsored, because that's just more taxes out of your dollar to pay for that. That's why this country has been so strong for so long. Is society, commerce, funded itself. Commerce funds itself. It doesn't rely on the government to spur it on to make more, to a never-ending cycle. Commerce was meant to be open-ended and paid for by itself. Freedom to expand and sell new goods, new ideas out on the market. Not regulated into going out of business. Come up with some of your own ideas. Put them on here as video responses. Let people know that you think too. That you think you could create jobs in your community if someone would just open their mind and not give the money to the banks to decide who goes to work. The bank wants to make a profit for the bank, not America. Americans want to make a profit for America. Put the bailout money back in the American hands and they'll create jobs. America is a great place, a free place. God bless America.